Joseph.
You haven't called them and
We just emailed him. That's
said, hey, look at these plans.
Yeah, the plan says you're doing your acreage anyway, so I don't know what you're asking us to pay for.
Yeah.
We're not paying.
But we're still in a pistol match a little bit.
Kinda, yeah.
I saw Brian today blasted. Did you see that?
No.
He warned everybody, on the, Facebook about the construction down by Pulaski. Said, you know, there's a pilot car, which they're doing a lot better job than Waste Management. He's not real happy because he's one of those aprons.
Right.
And I went into the bank and you had just talked to him.
I seen you pull in there.
And I was like, and he kept talking, I go, he just pulled down there. If you want to hurry up. He goes, I already talked to him. I said, oh, then you already have the good news. Unfortunately, yes. I'm like, okay.
He seemed okay. And you know, I shouldn't say he was okay, but nothing you can do.
All righty, 7:00. Let's keep her moving. Call this order. Meeting to order. I'd like to welcome you all tonight. First thing tonight, Ms. Louise, the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approve agenda.
Second.
Earl,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes.
Zach?
We're gonna have our testing for new officer on Saturday at 10 a.m. If anybody wants to watch people run and do push-ups and setups.
How many applicants you got?
We had 6 applicants, 5 are coming to the testing. So that's actually not too bad.
Oh.
We're pretty
I thought
excited.
all that was done. I thought you kind of already had. Maybe I misunderstood.
Yeah, this Saturday.
Okay.
Yep, this Saturday. 10
I thought I
a.m.
had heard you say, oh, we've kind of already got a candidate and we're talking to him or something. No. or-
Oh, no,
I
no,
misunderstood.
yeah, we've got, testing, so that all 5 of them will come on Saturday. They'll go through the physical testing. If they
And
pass.
women?
Yes,
Okay.
yep. If they pass the physical, they'll go on to the written test. We'll do that all the same day. And then, whoever makes it through, we'll be getting a hold of you guys and we'll do some, interviews. See where we go.
Yeah.
Nothing really new to report. My guys took on another major accident last Friday night. And I got nothing but compliments from the people from Wapello Rural, and all the people from Wapello County period. They said they acted in a very professional manner, got there, did their job without having to be told what to do and how to do it. Circumstances were unfortunate, but they did a good job. They're putting out some door hangers on some properties across town about door numbers and cleaning their trash. I got 3 properties I'm gonna have to write a letter to. They're gonna have to get their trees down. We got one big tree right behind my Gilfilm Clinic that needs to come down like right away. It's rotten clear up to the top and it could fall in like 3 different houses. So we'll have to be working with that. Sunday, we're doing a live fire training on North Washington.
Is that house went up there?
It's a live fire training.
Cause I get asked about every other day. Like,
Yeah, I can phone call this.
like when you had told me that, you know, when it rained a little bit, we were gonna have it.
Yeah, we were gonna do it on last Tuesday, but at 100+ degree heat.
No, I don't think you'll
Put
do it.
anybody down. But the plan is Sunday about 1 o'clock, we're gonna have a little live fire training.
Hot dogs and marshmallows. All right, good. Thank you, Jeff.
You bet.
Is Main Street on the phone?
I think just Gala.
Okay, no D, John would be here. Consent agenda.
Move to approve.
I have a question about the minutes. Bruce Piper, that strip of land, we're gonna have that on this week's, or this tonight's agenda, and it's not there. What's the situation with that?
He called in and asked for it to be removed, said he wasn't ready to talk about it yet. They were still looking for some research on paperwork.
Okay, and another minor thing in the mayor's comments, said the girls got 3rd place. I think they actually tied for 5th place.
Very good, that correct.
Tournament.
Auditor,
That's correct.
auditor will get it. I mean, I was trying to help Zach out on his resume in case he wanted to go finish college or something like that.
But thanks. But thank you for that.
Put them up as another recommendation. Thank you.
I'll
I'll second it. Go ahead, Jake.
I'll second it.
I'm sorry, who?
Earl.
I did.
Earl.
Okay, Earl,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes.
Approve purchase of pumps from Electric Pump in the amount of $15,713.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Jake,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Earl,
Yes.
Approve purchase of hatch covers from Central Pump in the amount of $8,648.10.
Are these at the intersections? These are covered.
This one's at
No.
number 2 down by the nursing home. They had to replace the hatch, I believe, is where it's the top piece where that on the station.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Move to approve.
I'll second it.
Jennifer. Yes. Earl,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Jake.
Yes.
Authorize myself to sign pay estimate. Nope, approve invoice to 3E in the amount of $25,333.11 for the lights and poles around the square.
So this
So
is,
moved.
okay. I was just gonna say, this is the rest of the invoice of the other stuff that was on back order, and it does total the original 42,000 that was approved.
Earl,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Jake.
Yes.
Authorize the mayor to sign pay estimate number 1 in the amount of $124,895.93 for the Walnut Howard Street project.
Got anything to say about that, Rusty? Project did run into more than we had anticipated, or?
They had a few issues. They found right, like the first day, they found three drain tiles they had to get rid of. And so along the way, they found several small drains that they had to have issues with. They had to have a lot of, adapters made for outside pipes that come in to go into the big 24-inch pipes. So they did have some of that, but I believe the project is complete minus the seeding. They've got all the dirt work done, gravel done, and it's that.
So when you go down that street, to Howard Street, I guess, is those the two parts there that we're gonna try to get?
Those 2 blocks of Howard.
Man, I went down it
From
today.
Franklin to Jefferson,
That
Jefferson to Lucas.
Jefferson, I mean, one of me.
Yeah, from Franklin down, the other one was almost as bad, but
Yeah,
over the-
one a little better, but the other one's got big
Over the-
holes in
over
it.
the spell of
Yeah.
doing the repairs, they put them gravel down on it, and it's become a smoother road. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, the south block would be the same way.
Did we ever, did
So
we
we
map even
I'll
a bit
talk
it?
about that a little bit.
Okay, all right, don't want to steal your thunder.
So what's gonna happen to that, to make it a good surface in the future?
He's gonna tell you. in a few
Asphalt.
minutes. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get it asphalted.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
So move to approve that pay authorization for the mayor's.
I'll second it.
Jake,
Yes.
Earl,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes.
Approve invoice to Best Sign Electric for the Franklin, Washington traffic lights in the amount of $24,683.18.
This is the one I mentioned last meeting. This will be the company that'll come in and rewire the south intersection of Washington and Franklin there. So all the time, every time it rains and they go to blink, this will prevent that.
So the way it is right now, and it rains, is it only when it dries out, it
Yep.
starts working, or do we actually go and do something to get it to start
It
working?
seems like when it rains and we come in and they're blinking all red, so we have to go reset the box and put them on normal. And,
Tell us about this light. I don't remember what you said last meeting. This got a speed camera on it, or?
That's the next
No,
part.
not this
Well,
one.
that's
No.
next. Okay,
not this one.
forget it. This is just a repair. The bad stop one.
Yeah.
I make a motion, we pay that bill.
I told them to keep it moving. They're really trying to keep it.
Don,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Jake,
Yes.
Earl.
Yes.
Now we will discuss and decide on purchase of traffic light cameras in the amount of $24,500.
So real quick, so I had Jim Connor, he works for the traffic light company that we have now that does most of our work. He come to town, so now we don't have the loopholes at the Locust Street intersection anymore. They're out of play now. It's on a timer like the square lights are. So we can keep those opposite, and it's working just fine. We can leave it that way if we like. We researched a little bit on these traffic cameras. Jim really encouraged it. So it's kind of a new thing. So we would mount a camera there at that location. It would go on one of the traffic lights and it would monitor that intersection. And that would actually control all your traffic lights. It picks up, detects pedestrians, cars, trucks, semis, and it'll show you, you can monitor, we can have a monitor in the office and monitor that intersection. So it runs solely off of this camera. If it ever, my question was foggy weather or condensation
So
rain.
what does it do?
It controls your traffic lights. It tells
So
them
it
to
would
go green.
control the three lights?
Just the
No.
one, just that intersection. You'd have to have a.
So
camera.
basically, if a car pulls up, it's gonna start it. It's like on the highway, if traffic's going through and there are no cars wanting to cross,
Right.
it's gonna stay green probably longer.
Yep, it's gonna stay green until a car pulls up on the other sides or a pedestrian would have to push the light. So,
And there's no
And
traffic.
this is-
here.
and this is totally for discussion. It does have a lot of
Or
potential.
the loop is what? The timer just, it's
The
supposed to be on the
loop
timer.
was in the ground.
Oh,
A car
now-
had to set on it. So we
Down by
eliminated
Elena's is just a timer now. It's staying
just a
green
timer,
for
just
60
just like
seconds.
it's
The
on
other
the
one,
square. Yeah.
okay.
This has nothing to do with issuing tickets or fines or
No,
anything.
no, absolutely not.
It's just a traffic control.
It does have capabilities of recording, in the future. If we wanted to go to that, I think he said it was a $500 a year membership to, or, deal of purchase that you could actually have. You could record that and it could be used in traffic, crashes, that kind of stuff. It would also count cars. It would do it could monitor for you that way. So there is some potential for that. But if we do this, then that's going to wipe out between the two items of traffic. That would wipe out the electric department's contract labor for the year. They would be down to zero already when we started for a month in, correct? I want to point that out.
Are the rest of the lights then synchronized to the way this thing goes on and off?
No,
Red
they
and
would be, they would.
It's totally independent
They
of
would,
the other
yep,
lights.
yep, it's totally independent. If we did that, it would be just like it is now. So Locust Street is still separate from the square, the two on the square.
Okay.
Now on a timer, which you're gonna.
The one by the Exchange Bank would still be on a timer. This one's just gonna let it stay green maybe longer
I see.
as traffic's going through, but you're still gonna get hit by the other one if it's,
If it's not synchronized with the others, then
You
you
almost
turn into a red light half the time.
you almost gotta have two of them if you want them all synchronized. I don't,
Just something they threw out, something down the road,
Yeah,
might be
I
like
don't
that.
think we're getting.
I think we'll pass for now.
The road tickets, I'd say, yeah.
What's that?
The road tickets, I'd say, yeah. Then we get money back.
I was gonna say, and they're changing that legislature. So if you're getting one of them, you better get them quicker, sooner.
oh, they gotta do away with them? They fought that for 10 years, I sort of.
Yeah.
Anybody else wanna make any discussion on that or we're gonna move on? Okay,
Let's move on.
we're gonna save some money.
Nice idea.
Approved invoice to Anderson Larkin in the amount of $9,750 for the fiscal year 23 audit.
Motion to approve. Is that the full year?
Yeah, that was the audit. They just came last week and audited the whole last year for us already. They're not messing around this year.
Motion.
I got a motion, 2
I
seconds.
second.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Earl,
Yes,
Don,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Jake.
Yes.
Approve invoice number 384848 from Burns Family Cemetery Service in the amount of $10,000 for stone repairs.
I don't know if any of you looked through the list of those stones that they did. Just fascinating.
It's
The
amazing work.
dates that are there and I mean, they fixed 40 some stones. So, yeah,
Invoice said, I think.
yeah, it's just,
When they say they fixed them, what they do?
well, some of
Is
them
that
are,
just a base to?
yeah, they were tipped or they were falling over and things like that. So, yeah, move to approve.
Second.
Okay, Don,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Jake,
Yes.
Earl.
Yes,
Approved Class B retail alcohol license for Jay's One Stop LLC. It's a renewal.
Motion to approve.
Second. Jennifer. Yes. Don,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Earl.
no,
Approved live band for the fall festival from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Motion to approve.
Second. Okay. Don,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Earl,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes.
Approve resolution setting a public hearing to change the number of signatures required for candidates filing nomination papers for the city election.
So I spoke to some people, but so what has happened is we're filling out the worksheet for the election. The state with our population, the state says that the nominating candidates to be nominated need 25 signatures. Our city ordinance only says 10. So this is just to match our ordinance with the state ordinance.
So it'll be 25 going forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she wrote the ordinance in such a way that we won't have to change it if we keep growing, or heaven forbid we go backwards. It'll just say, it says something to reflect the state code, whatever. So this is just a formality to get us back in.
I bet they get on, need more people. I don't know, I know 20.
There you go.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Second.
Okay, Dawn,
Yes.
Earl,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Jake.
Yes.
Approve invoice to Deer Financial for $30,720.31. What's that, Deer Financial?
That should be the last payment of the new equipment
Okay.
that the prior mayor and council.
The new
purchased.
what?
New equipment.
The last payment to the new
Thank you.
equipment that we purchased a couple years ago.
Move to approve.
Second.
Dawn,
Yes.
Jennifer. Yes. Jake,
Yes.
Earl.
Yes.
Public comments? Tommy Joe?
So I kind of heard you guys talking to Rusty when I came in, but the DOT is gonna do the approaches along the highway, and there are about 6 or 7 that they asked Rusty and I about curb and gutter. And they are not interested in paying for that piece of it. So they want to know if you guys want to authorize either fixing the curb and gutter, or if you want to do up to a dollar amount or not do it, put it back on the business owner. Or I don't think there was any residential, right? Just businesses and
Where's this
alleys.
at? Where's this at?
So Rusty drove around and checked them all out, but they're gonna do from the highway to the driveway approach, but some of them had, like, for example, at Brothers Market, there was an entrance and then it had some curb and gutter and then an entrance. So, they kind of just picked out the 5 or 6 that they think need redone, but they need to know, are we gonna ask the business owners to do that? Is the city gonna do the ones that butt up to an alley or a street per se? Most of them were alleys, I think 2 alleys.
2 alleys.
Um,
Yeah, the leaders, and their brothers, the ice cream shop, and Vogels.
Right. So we just need to know,
What they're
so
gonna do at Brothers, because that's the one that keeps complaining.
So
Is that gonna be, there wouldn't be that hole that's there now? That little, or no?
well,
so what-
I mean, there's still,
did they answer you back?
yeah, so it's not the approach itself, it's the curb and gutter still. The curb and gutter itself, he was supposed to call you this afternoon, but the question that they have is, so obviously if we can either have them do it and get an agreement from those business owners if they want to pay us back for it, and they could pay our costs, the $132 per linear foot to do the curb and gutter, and 99 for every square yard that they remove, or we can just say, you know, Brothers Market, Bogle Realty, whoever it was, this is your piece, we're doing the approach, and then you need to do the rest. Now, some of Brothers' issue is the actual parking lot. It's not the curb that's in between the 2 entrances along the highway. So the actual highway will be smoothed out to the entrance, but if there was existing curb and gutter that needs repaired because it's junk or, you know, crumbling and falling apart. So we need to decide, does the city want to pay for any of that? My suggestion personally was if it butted up to an alley, I think there was 2 alleys, the CarQuest one in between there and Rick Lynch's, and then the other one that was by the Welcome Center, I think, wasn't it?
That was one alley, and then they clear up to, yeah, it's out, I mean, they're on the west side by Ron Davis's folks. That,
Oh, yeah, yeah, down by Subway. By
DK is
the,
gonna do this.
Yes,
Norris ain't coming back to do
No,
that.
Norris is
This
not.
no,
would be
the
just
TK
add a little,
contract.
maybe a little bit of concrete down.
So did they didn't say if those aprons were gonna get done today?
The aprons are getting done either way.
Okay.
They need to know while they're doing the aprons
Right.
that butt up to their properties, do we want to replace those 6 or 8 curb and
So,
gutters?
so
So
at Brothers,
brothers would be better.
so
If you
at
snap your
Brothers, at
fingers-
Brothers, they're gonna get a new driveway. They're gonna pour the cement from the highway,
So
including the
that part that
sidewalk.
they're kind of complaining
So
about
it's
right now
gonna,
would
it's
be
gonna
gone.
get, it's gonna
Yeah.
get repaired. Both of those
Okay.
drivers are gonna get repaired, but do we want the curb gutter to be put back in front of the driveway
Right.
itself? But no, he's gonna get 3 driveways out of the deal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why would
Does
we
he-
put curb and gutters back?
Does he know that? Does he know
No,
that?
we just
No,
found out late,
Okay,
late
can we
Saturday.
call him tomorrow?
I'll contact.
let's say, those on the phone.
I
But-
think,
But the curb and gutter for Brothers specifically was between the
Between
2
the two drives,
entrances
yeah.
along
Yeah.
the highway.
Yeah.
Um,
With the way it is,
Who
there.
paid for those originally?
don't know.
It's been a long time.
I think you should just have them do what they're going to do, and the
If-
business owner would be responsible for anything
Anything
that they
else.
don't like after they're done, I think, so.
And that's what I was gonna suggest, other than the
The
alleys, the pieces that are the alleys that'll go up. There's 2 or 3.
So Elaine is gonna get a new entrance there too, basically.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
the
they
all
are.
the businesses, it shows an apron of cement
Okay,
to go into
all
the
right.
property.
Okay,
Ogle's same way, because they've got to put sidewalks in, so anything between the sidewalk and the highway is gonna get replaced as well, every business.
okay.
And we had 2 different sets of plans. One plan didn't have those being done, and found the revised edition and had them being done, so we, we sent a quick email to find out. Sure.
That's better. I'm liking that response.
So what do you need from us?
Well, I'm looking for an approval to do the alley portions or not do the alley portions if you want to leave them. Because that would come as a change order. That wasn't originally in the bid packet to
The
do.
kicker's gonna be, Dawn, if we choose to do the alley portions, then you're gonna have a curb and gutter there, and you possibly could have a curb, and then it's not gonna be, because the asphalt took away the majority of the curbing.
Yes.
And so you're gonna have to taper it. It's gonna have to taper it down to basically no curbs most of the rest of the way.
Is it your recommendation we do that?
I would recommend not putting curb and gutters there. You're gonna have it in the alley. At the alley, there's gonna be a curb and a curb there, and then from there on, it's gonna taper down to nothing on the highways. They're not putting them back on the highways. I mean, the curbs are there, but now you're, because of the overlay, we're down to a 3 to 4 inch curbing.
But then the question is, are you gonna go down and then up the alley without it?
Right, but right now.
They're
the
not gonna
alleys-
fix the alleys.
Yeah, but, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd be torn a little.
If they didn't approach on the alley, it'd be okay, but it doesn't look
Yeah.
like they were.
Well, yeah, the one plant showed.
Unless we ask them to, but
Because that's the only
Might
one,
cost
the
more.
only alley that had an issue at all was the south one. And it was more of a pothole that was already there in the gravel as opposed to, the highway. Good there, so, yeah. Personally, I don't see the curbing. To connect it.
So you're actually making the recommendation, let this DOT come in, do what they're gonna do and leave it at that,
That's.
except for the alleys. Or no, you just leave the alleys like they are today.
well, here's the only thing is if they do the approach and what they're gonna do, and then they're done. So when it's done, if it needs done, then we will have to, not we, but streets department
So,
will have to get permits to go in
So I
and
think
do
we
it.
ought to, they're here,
Yeah,
have them do the alley,
it's fine.
and we'll pay them to do the alley, but then not do the curbs.
businesses. Yeah,
And if the property owners want the curbs, then let them take care of
right.
it. That's,
Yeah,
that's what
fine.
you're saying, right?
Have them do the alleys, the rest they do whatever they're gonna do, and then the rest falls on the owner.
Yeah, the only place that the curbing would make a difference, if anything besides the alleys, was at Brothers. Well, between those 2 driveways, right now it's holding water because it's such a dip there. And without the curbing, it's not running there. So the storm drain's 5 foot away, but it can't get there because it's such a pool. But if they're gonna redo the aprons, then they'll cure that. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Is this, Mike Fitzgerald called me, and I guess there's an email out too. Is this discussion, what he was talking about on the east side of the square, that
I think this is something different.
he thought there was no curbs there that they were gonna put in, or?
Yeah, that's a
So-
whole separate
It's a separate curbing.
It's gonna be determined whenever they tear the sidewalks out and they go back with their final grade, they've got to find their final grade after the sidewalks are. And they can't have more than 2% grade, which is 2 inches and 10 foot, from the building to the highway. And they like to stay at 1%. And if they can do that, if there's room for curbing, the way I understand it, they'll go back and there's curb in plans. So they will go back and put curbs there, but if it's too shallow,
Then they
there'll be
won't.
some spots where we're down to 2 inches of sidewalk.
It's more about a hump than a curb.
The kicker is if there's no curb there, when you plow the streets, your snow plows against the sidewalks versus a curb. So it's basically a safety factor kind of thing for your sidewalks.
Right, that's kind of his explaining to me. I didn't know if this curbing issue was
Yeah.
the same issue there in the square.
Yeah, I mean, you're on the square, there's no storm drains. It's just flat. It's gotta go, it's just gotta fall.
And he did answer my.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know he got in touch with you. I just,
Yeah.
my own curiosity.
No, that's
It's all
fine, that's
part of the
fine,
same.
So that's kind of the deal there. We're just, the final grade's gonna be, we don't know until they tear them out. They gotta, they'll have to address all the pole chutes that are up there. And,
Right.
so, yeah, we don't
And by
know.
the time I got back to him, he had already talked to you and everything. He was happy that, with
Yeah.
your answers. I
To
don't know.
make it easy, they would have had to chisel the highway down like 12 inches to get the height of the highway down where your 6-inch curb would be there and be easy to happen.
Yeah.
But they can't take that much highway off and have a base like so.
Okay.
You counsel, you need to make a motion there on that. What do you want them to do there?
On the gutter for the alleys, correct? That was,
So I move that we have them do the alleys and not do the curbs and gutters. And does that take care of all of it?
So I had to.
So do you mean do the approaches?
Approaches.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll let Kirk go back tomorrow and see if they can do approaches
Second.
instead.
Okay, Jennifer, Yes. Jake,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Earl,
Yes.
Anything else there? No, Rusty?
just a couple things on, so I know I talked with Earl a little bit about Kevin Payne's, issue up there at Columbia Street. So we've been talking about that for a long time. We're going to try to get the 6-inch line. The line that's there is we decided it's good enough. We're going to line it. We're going to insert a manhole into the middle of the alley, the proposed alley. And then we're going to just dig in 3 new sewers for all those customers. We're going to dig in a new sewer, put check valves in them so they can't backflow into their basement again. And that way we don't have to get a hold of the DNR. They don't have to be involved with changing the flow of the sewer. And then,
Was he okay with that?
yep, they were all okay with that. Our kicker is the easements. Evidently we have no easements with those customers. So I will be getting with Gala to get easements on those properties to get on there for the new sewer.
Should be.
For new
yeah,
sewer, I think they give us an
Should
easement.
be really easy.
I'm sure they-
Gotta
I'm
get
sure
a new
they will.
sewer.
Yep.
Good trick.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm sure that won't be an issue at all. It's just a matter of a little bit of time involved to get it done. I'm just gonna touch real quick. Obviously sidewalk we touched real quick. I think Monday they should be starting on the square. So everybody's on the same page. That's what they've been telling us. So I guess to let everybody know. So that'll be when the chaos starts on the square. And they know to keep all the businesses open, platforms where they can enter those as needed. And, they'll be going from there. So hopefully by the end of next week, we'll see some new streetlights up on the square. If all goes according to plan.
That's the red flashing. It's like Christmas all year long.
What's that with the lights? We can leave them red flash.
Did Ryan Fowler get a hold of you about, okay, he
Yep.
saw me at the bank and I said I would ask you in the meeting.
They're discussing some.
I don't think that's allowed though, is it? I didn't, sounded too good to be true.
Yeah.
So, okay. Council, any updates? No updates. I have no updates.
One last thing, I will say, we did get the green light from all the vibration monitors. And Stewart's building is included. Everybody gets new sidewalks. They're not gonna exclude anybody.
Oh, are we out to bid on sidewalks?
Yeah, they're due August 15th.
We
3
got
o'clock.
any in yet?
No.
Yeah, funny we don't get in. Anything else?
Just don't steal my country. Good.
Don, did you want to talk about the bridge?
No, I'm gonna save that.
And TNT that one.
Move to adjourn.
No, Mayor. Didn't have anything.
No.
I said nothing
Okay,
tonight.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Jake,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Earl.
Yes. Pretty quick.